Hi there, my name's Andrew Adams and welcome to another Parker Adams boat sales video walkthrough tour. Now, as you might have gathered, I'm lounging on the front of an absolutely beautiful Sunseeker Hawk 34. Now, this is a bit of a revisited walkthrough tour, this particular boat, because we sold this boat back in the summer last year, and I've done a walkthrough tour on it before, and in that walkthrough tour I can describe this boat as, in my opinion, probably the best Hawk 34 around. Well, it's got even better, and the point of doing this walkthrough tour is the owner's decided to get a larger boat, and it's coming back on the market, but he's done a huge amount to what was already an absolutely superb boat. I'm sitting on one of those upgrades already. Bow cushions have been added to this boat. This was all done by Sandbanks Upholstery down close to Sunseeker's home in Poole. The quality is, as you would imagine, absolutely superb. So what I want to do is start off by going to the back of the boat. Jonathan's going to walk around, and then we're just going to have a good walk through all the different features that the boat has got and the things that the owner has done to make this boat even more exceptional. So, down below on the boat, the interior has got brand new carpets. You can see down here the carpets are all brand new and the interior is absolutely spotless. But also the heads down here is another thing which has been improved. When I say improved, it's been completely ripped out and started from fresh. And so what you've ended up with is this completely brand new, bespoke, stunning looking interior heads, where the owner has himself said, I've probably gone a little bit overboard on this, but the quality is absolutely superb. So, since we took on the boat last time, it's changed its name. It's now called Limitless. And I think the quality of this boat probably is limitless. So it's a very apt and appropriate name. But one of the big things to mention about this boat, and just to reiterate how from last time, is that just remember these Hawk 34s, so this is a 1999 boat. That's about the only thing that is 1999 is the gel on it, because it was actually re-engined and it's got a pair of Volvo Penta D6s in it. Now, these are 350 horsepower each. They had new drives as well. And what this does is give absolutely breathtaking performance. We've just been out on the boat and I've done all these drone videos now. There's going to be a full drone video going out. You can see the overlay here, just the boat looks absolutely superb in the water. And the power out of these D6s, I'd forgotten just how good the power is. It throws you into the back of your seat. Throughout the whole rev range, there's just a huge amount of performance going on there, which is, it's quite breathtaking actually. It's a boat that you really, really need to be on and experience. So starting off on the stern, you can see that this was laid before. This is a fully synthetic Elite teak deck. They've used the multi-teak, so it's got 3 different colours throughout the decking on it, and it makes it look very, very modern and very, very swish. But of course, you don't have any of the maintenance that you'd have on normal teak. This sun pad cushion has also been replaced, so it's a new sun pad cushion in the back here, and again he's gone for this, I think they call it Kit Kat effect. It's a bespoke Sandbanks upholstery design where they have this sort of Kit Kat, looks like a wafer, and they've got that on the bow cushions as well, and of course the Hawk 34 logo stitched into there, and it's a mixture here of the Silvertech and also the Diamante indigo colour, and it looks very, very smart. When I talked about the upgrades that the owner's done, he has literally upgraded just about every nut and bolt cosmetically on the boat. So all of these hinges here, the bolts through here, you can see all of these are absolutely brand new. Brand new taps, brand new sinkhole, brand new gas strut. There is basically nothing on this boat that hasn't been taken off, polished, cleaned or replaced, even to the point that the guardrails all around the boat. So the guardrails were actually taken off. They were heat treated, they were waxed on the bottom, because it used to drive him mad that you'd have tiny little rust stains that would then come down the boat if there was any rain or over a long period of time. So that's been basically eliminated. So that gives you an idea of the level of attention to detail that he's had. So the upholstery is still all in absolutely fantastic condition. This seat on Hawk 34s can be problematic, the way that it pushes down and then clips back up. That whole mechanism has been rebuilt, so you've got it in sort of bolster position here where you can hunker down into the seat, or you can clip that up and have a seated position if you're on a longer journey. Those of you who remember this walkthrough tour before, it has some of the most state-of-the-art thrusters on the boat. So it's got a proportional bow and stern thrusters. When I say proportional, what that means is it's a variable speed. So many people will be used to the joystick, where you just press a button and the bow thruster operates at its full power. This, you can literally just nudge the bow or the stern slightly to one side or the other. You've got the options to hold it, so you can actually pin the boat alongside. So if you're single-handed, the thrusters can just push the boat against the side. And of course, you've got these EDC controls powering the Volvo D6s. You've got bow and stern thruster remote control as well. So again, if you're short-handed and you want to step off the side, you can control everything here. The boat is also fitted with a Dockmate system. So the Dockmate interfaces together with the anchor winch, with the thrusters, and then also with the engines. And so you actually end up with a joystick control boat, similar to the IPS system on board larger boats with IPS drives, but everything controlled through a joystick. And this can be popped off here. And again, that's completely remote. So you could stand on the bathing platform when you're manoeuvring and have full control over the boat. So it is a very, very cool toy. That Dockmate system is pretty special. Raymarine VHF, Raymarine plotters, two plotters on board this boat. That one there set up for sonar, this one here set up as a chart plotter. And then of course, because it's the Volvo Penta later generation gauges, you've got all these later generation gauges for everything, and all set into this beautiful custom black gloss dashboard. We go around onto this side. The owner has also replaced all of these. So these have been replaced again with the silver text, and everything just looks absolutely sparkling. I think one of the things that I can't stress enough on this boat is Jonathan and I did a bit of research before talking about this boat today, and looking at the Sunseeker range. The range really goes from the Hawk 38, which is pretty much an open boat powered by outboards, breathtaking performance, stunning looking boat, but doesn't really have any accommodation, up to the Superhawk 55. There's nothing in the smaller than that where you can actually have an overnight stay on a Sunseeker. So the thing I really want to get across with this boat is that because of the way the condition of it, this boat really feels like a new Sunseeker, and to buy a new Sunseeker of 34 feet is actually an impossibility. So this is an incredible opportunity to get what I would consider to be one of the best Hawk 34s in the world. The condition of it is just breathtaking. It's literally like a brand new boat. So what I'll do is I'll probably grab the camera and go down below and show you some of the changes that have happened down here. The first thing you note is a really, really luxurious deep pile carpet when you come down. That's all been fitted since the owner bought the boat. The leather upholstery is in absolutely immaculate condition. And then of course there you've got your bed up here, which is deceptively large. So you can comfortably sit in there at 6 foot plus. All of the linings on down below have already been replaced. So you've got lovely linings before. You've got speakers down here, you've got new lights up at the top, and then all of the woodwork is presented. It's just absolutely immaculate. You've got a fridge, you've got a hob, and then this is the bathroom that I was talking about. Have a look at this. You will not find a finer bathroom in a Hawk 34. So you can see what the owner's done. He's taken the whole bathroom out. It's got LED courtesy lighting. You've got this marble that's all been fitted down here. You've got storage space, so much storage space. For a small boat, you've got 3 cupboards under there, 2 cupboards up on the top, and just the highest quality of fixtures, fittings, and I just love this designer countertop sink. And then you can see the lining behind has all been replaced there with a Bentley stitch on the lining. It's absolutely stunning in that small but incredibly beautiful heads. So you may well have heard the opening of a hatch. I'll go down and see Jonathan in a second with the look at the Volvos. But down here, I'll just go through again the level of attention to detail this owner's put onto this boat. Down here, you can see that every seacock has been replaced. Every Jubilee clip has been replaced. You can see all the stainless clips, all the routing, all the piping. This boat is as close to new as you can find. Gas struts all replaced, and everything is just presented utterly beautifully in there. Now, Jonathan, it looks like you're nestling in your favourite place.
Oh, yes.
Welcome to this walkthrough tour.
Well, that's it, and I think one of the things that you find when people improve boats is they do a lot of cosmetics. But what I tend to find, once you get down in the depths of the boat, you tend to find that's where it starts to show its age. I know Andrew's just shown you inside the compartment in the front there, and that's just part of the demonstration of the fact that how well this boat has been kept. And it's not just the exterior, it's also down in the depths as well. So I've popped down here to have a look around, and I'm trying to find fault down here, and I'm really struggling to find it. The bilges are nice and dry, they're nice and as you can see, and of course there's a generator as well. There's a 4 kilowatt generator.
I forgot about the generator.
Yeah, and you can't forget about things like that, because that gives you your offshore power as well. So there's a 4 kilowatt generator down here. You've got the 2 D6 350 engines, And these are obviously a replacement for the earlier CAD 300 engines. And you would think, well, these larger engines would take up a lot more room, but they don't. You can actually see there's still loads of room to get around both engines. They're in really nice condition. And even, you know, I'm not wearing shoes down here. It's so clean down here. And it's a real testament to the owner that he's not just done the cosmetics, he's done the mechanics as well. So these got really good performance. We took it out for a drone video today, which you can see, but we also gave it a bit of a blast. And all the temperature gauges are nice and solid at 85 degrees at 3,600 revs. And we were doing about 41 knots at that speed as well out in the in Southampton water today. And the owner has told me he's got 46 knots out of the boat with a bit of tide behind him heading down to Poole. And the previous owner to him reckoned he got 48 with a following tide. So there's certainly some performance here. And so you can cruise this boat at 35 knots pretty much everywhere. And then it's hardly you know, using all the power for that.
It does look. It looks just completely immaculate down there. Also, like the little touches, like the Vasa deck down on the side with the Volvo logo inscribed in. It's just everywhere you look. There are little touches that make this boat absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty unique, I think.
That's it. It really is. And even like the bolt heads are clean on top of the engine.
You don't often see that, do you?
You know, you don't often see that. All the Jubilee clips are clean. There's no rusty Jubilee clips. Everything is in just such nice condition, and it really makes the boat feel so much younger than it is. And again, it is the experience of almost having a new Sunseeker for a massively discounted price, because it really does feel only, you know, new, if not just a few years old.
Yeah, and I was thinking when I was doing the drone video earlier, that in terms of the way this boat looks, I mean, I'll just overlay another one of these drone photographs now. I was looking down at the screen when I was flying the drone doing this, and actually getting quite excited because they just don't make boats this pretty anymore. I get why you have you know, large windows in the hulls of boats to let more light in, lovely centre cabins, etc. But in terms of sleek, beautiful looking performance boats, this boat is, to me, one of the prettiest boats that's ever been built. It's a stunning boat. The other thing actually I didn't mention was the covers. So since this owner has had the boat, all the covers have also all the stainless steel. Now there's a word he used and I can't remember what it was. I think it was linished or something like that. But basically it's a special word that I'd never heard of before, and I'll put a description in here of all the stainless steel work, and you can see that it is it's just shiny. There's not a mark on it. This little skylight window was also replaced. So all these covers were brand new just before the previous owner sold the boat, but they are still in pristine order, as you would probably imagine. Anything else I've forgotten about or should have mentioned, Jonathan?
On this 34?
Yeah.
Well, only that, well, you've already said it's probably going to be one of the best examples in the world of a Hawk 34.
Yeah.
Because obviously they only made them up to a certain age.
Yeah.
Most of them are 20 years old now plus.
Yeah.
So to get something like this is very special. So this is a proper now restored classic, I think.
Yep.
When you talk about classic cars, you can have a classic car, which is basically an old car.
Yep.
But you can have a restored classic car, and it's like a nut and bolt restoration on a classic car, which makes it worth so much more than just another car of that age, because so much effort has been put into it.
Yep.
And you can see that with this. This is one of the only boats I think I've ever been on that we've sold, and we've sold over 200 boats now, where someone has gone to this much effort to make a boat, a 20-year-old boat, as new as you could possibly do. And this is just a fantastic example of that.
I also love the fact that it's still white. You know, the hull hasn't been wrapped, the hull hasn't been resprayed. Yeah. It's just white, and it's a really bright white as well. Now I've got a 2009 boat, and I have to say I wish my gel was as white as this boat is. It's incredible. It's everything about
exactly
this boat just looks pristine.
A lot of people will wrap a boat because the gel is perished, it's faded, it's bloomed, but that's kind of cheating. Yeah. It's cheating to a point. Don't get me wrong, my own boat has a wrap on it. I don't even know what it's like. I had a wrap on it when I bought it. But he's gone to the trouble of making the gel like new. and it just looks fantastic.
In fact, I nearly came a cropper early because I was doing some video work as we were coming out, and I leant over the side to get this shot, which I'll overlay here as well. And actually, I nearly fell off the side because the boat waxed to such a high degree. And I said to the owner, "God, it's incredibly waxed." And his comment was, "Actually, I think it's quite dirty at the moment, and I think this is probably the cleanest boat we've ever looked over." So yeah, it's a joy to be back on board this Hawk 34. So I think that's probably run through everything here. I can't really say enough about the condition this boat is in, the nut and bolt upgrade. You know, literally every hinge, all these hinges have been replaced down here. You name it, it's been done. So it's a pleasure, as always, to bring you another one of these videos. Please do come and see this boat. As Jonathan said, this boat, it's pretty much irreplaceable because it is in such immaculate condition. You can't buy a new boat like this anymore. And it's a real pleasure to be brokering this boat again.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I never thought it'd be better than the last time we sold it, but it really is.
Better again.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, thanks as always for watching. Thanks for your support. If you've got this far and enjoyed what you've seen, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks.
Bye for now.